opportunity to change careers. I got to work for the software industry, something I've always wanted to do. Probably not interesting to most people, but I started with customer service, and I felt that that was, at the time, my calling to relate to people better. See, my friends are kind of awkward to talk to, but as time progressed, I got the opportunity to work in the development department, something I've really wanted to do my whole life. And something I wasn't ready for was how much stress it would put on me and our family. It would consume me, and it wasn't so much the job that consumed me, it was, I wasn't ready for the specific job to be so reliant on myself to define my own job for me. I wasn't ready for the unknown that I would have to deal with. And that's something I wasn't used to, something that I wasn't ready for. The unknown stresses me out. I think the unknown can stress us all out, I think, in some fashion or another. And in varying levels, you're late for work and you're stuck in traffic. And I'm sure that stresses all of us out. Just ask my wife, it stresses me out. Or something more serious, you log into your checking account and you find there's only $5 left and you have a week till you get paid next. That stresses all of us out.
Yeah.
Or you live here and your family lives on the East Coast and your family's having trouble and you know you could help them, but you're here and you can't get to them. That's a stressful time for you, and that's almost unbearable for all of us. But is it really necessary for us to stress about something so much on our own? Is it really necessary for us to worry about it all the time? Just ask my wife. I like to keep my stress to myself. I'm really good about sharing my feelings. But recently I've come to find, for all of us, it's not really necessary for us to keep it to ourselves. We don't have to. God specifically tells us not to do that. I'd like to read a passage that I found recently out of Philippians. And it says chapter 4, and this is verses 6 and 7. It reads, "Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need, and thank Him for all He has done. Then you will experience God's peace, which exceeds anything we can understand. His peace will guard your hearts and minds as you live in Christ Jesus." So a few weeks ago, it finally came to a breaking point, and I had to tell my wife about all the stress I've been trying to solve myself, and of course it didn't work. So we prayed about it together, and I started just giving it to God. And God can answer our prayers in mysterious ways. We don't always understand His answers, at least not right away. And 4 days ago, I got an email from what my new boss is going to be. He's going to be coming to Oregon to visit to me on Tuesday to tell me exactly what I need to know. I may not like his answers, but at least I'll have an answer. So I can find peace in a bad answer, but it's an answer for me.
Right. Yep.
You may be praying about, I don't have any money now, and God's, He may not, hand you a bunch of money, but your friend will call you and say, "Hey, I'll give you $100 if you help me paint my house." Or you call your family and you're stressing about everything that's going on over there, and your brother picks up and says, "Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. I'll take him to the hospital for you." And it's not necessary to stress about everything so much. Just give it to God. It's not our job to stress about everything so much to ourselves. It's our job to deliver our stress and needs to God.
Yep.
And He will give us answers and put us where we need to be.
Amen.
That's good. Good job.